replace them with the new story. The more you dwell in the state of your wish fulfilled, the more natural it becomes, until one day you realize your outer world has caught up. The secret isn't in the length of time, but in the depth of your assumption. Some manifestations appear quickly because the person had little resistance. Others take longer because subconscious doubts must first be dissolved. But in every case, the law is the same. What you assume and persist in, you manifest. The only question is, how long will you allow old beliefs to delay what is already yours? Why most people stay stuck. The biggest obstacle to manifestation isn't the universe. It's the individual's own resistance. Doubt, impatience, and over-reliance on external validation keep people stuck in a cycle of waiting. Neville warned against signs and methods, teaching that fixation on the how distracts from the real work, inner transformation. If you're constantly checking for results, you're reinforcing absence rather than fulfillment. True manifestation requires letting go of the need to control the process and trusting that your assumption is already working. This resistance often takes subtle but powerful forms. Many people unknowingly sabotage their manifestations by demanding proof before they believe. They think, "I'll believe it when I see it." When Neville's law operates in reverse, you'll see it when you believe it. The moment you require external validation, you've shifted your focus from the creative power within to the illusion of circumstances. This creates a self-defeating loop. The more you look for confirmation in the physical world, the more you reinforce the idea that it's not yet here.
Another common trap is the obsession with perfect techniques. People jump from one method to another, SATs, scripting, vision boards, thinking the next technique will finally unlock their manifestation. But Neville taught that techniques are merely tools to help you occupy the state. They aren't the source of power. The real magic happens when you stop chasing methods and start embodying the feeling of your desire fulfilled. When you fixate on the how, you're essentially telling yourself, "I don't have it yet, and I don't know how it will come," which keeps you anchored in lack. The solution? Surrender the need to micromanage the process. Your subconscious mind knows how to arrange circumstances far better than your conscious mind ever could. When you assume your desire is already yours, you activate a divine intelligence that works behind the scenes. Signs and synchronicities may appear, but chasing them only prolongs the journey. The fastest way to manifest is to live from the end, not as a hopeful wish, but as an unshakable knowing. The moment you stop waiting and start being, resistance dissolves, and your desire rushes to meet you.
The role of self-concept in instant manifestation. Your self-concept is the foundation of your reality. Neville taught that you don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you are. If you see yourself as unworthy, the universe mirrors that back. But if you assume the identity of someone who already has your desire, circumstances must shift to reflect that. This is why some people manifest effortlessly. They don't just wish for change, they become the change. To speed up manifestation, revise your self-image first. This principle explains why affirmations often fail when they contradict deep-seated self-perception. You might repeat, "I am wealthy," while carrying an inner narrative of scarcity, and the stronger vibration always wins. Neville revealed that your self-concept acts like a magnetic field. It doesn't matter what you want intellectually. It only matters what you accept as true about yourself at the subconscious level. The person who struggles with love manifestations while secretly believing, "I'm unlovable," will continue attracting that experience until they transform their core self-view. The most powerful manifestors understand this secret. They change their being before they see changes in their reality. If you want to manifest a loving relationship, you must first become the version of yourself who is already loved. This goes beyond positive thinking. It's an existential shift where you stop identifying with lack and start identifying with abundance. When you change your self-concept, your behaviors, choices, and even your energy shift automatically to align with your new identity. Practical application begins with self-observation. Notice where your automatic thoughts reveal limiting self-concepts. When you think, "I can't afford this," or "this always happens to me," you're reinforcing the very identity that blocks your desires. Neville's technique of revision becomes crucial here. Rewrite those mental narratives by assuming the opposite is true. If you catch yourself thinking, "I'm bad with money," immediately revise it to, "Money flows to me easily." Persist in this until your subconscious accepts the new identity as fact. The miraculous aspect of this work is that once your self-concept shifts, the external world has no choice but to follow. You'll find yourself making different decisions, attracting new opportunities, and experiencing coincidences that align with your new self-image. This is why Neville said manifestation isn't about getting, it's about becoming. When you embody the state of your desire fulfilled, the universe must mirror back your assumption. Your self-concept isn't just part of the manifestation process, it is the process. The moment you truly know yourself as the person who has what you desire, that knowing crystallizes into physical form with mathematical precision. This explains why some manifestations appear instantaneously. The individual's self-concept had no resistance to the desire. For others, the process takes longer only because they're simultaneously dismantling old identities while building new ones.